Today's episode is sponsored by I Know What You Did Last Summer. Get it now on digital. When 5 friends inadvertently cause a deadly car accident, they cover up their involvement and make a pact to keep it a secret, rather than face the consequences. A year later, their past comes back to haunt them, and they're forced to confront a horrifying truth. Someone knows what they did last summer and is hell-bent on revenge. As one by one, the friends are stalked by a killer, they discover this happened before, so they turn to 2 survivors of the legendary Southport Massacre of 1997 for help. Starring Madeline Klein, Chase Sue Wonders, Jonah Hauer-King with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt. I Know What You Did Last Summer is a perfect summer slasher, says Jordan Cruciolo of NPR. Your summer is not over yet. Don't miss a killer movie night at home.
Hello, everyone. The clip you're about to hear is from one of our exclusive Patreon episodes, and just like all of our other episodes, it will include major spoilers. You've officially been warned. If you'd like to hear the episode in full, just head on over to patreon.com/horrorqueers and subscribe today to get hundreds of hours of exclusive Patreon content, all for just $10 or less. Without further ado, here is your Patreon clip. Meanwhile, Marcy is really fucking with Dame Sylvia's head. So that bit from the pilot, or maybe it's episode 2, where we learn, Marcy can control the
video screens and stuff.
Really, she can do anything with electricity.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see when this episode drops if the audience feels that this is a bit too much power or a bit of a hand waves away because it doesn't have to be logistical. Like, how does she do this? It doesn't matter. She just can.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's extremely powerful. Like, at one point she does say anything within the system she has control over, and that includes Adam, we learn. It includes the comms and all of these surveillance cameras. I didn't mind it, but I worry that some people may say, oh, well, she's a bit of a robotic Mary Sue.
I don't give
Which,
a shit,
yes,
man.
is a boring criticism.
Yeah, I also think we don't really, again, because we don't know exactly where this is going to go. I think people should save those accusations until next season.
Yeah, if you identify as such, put it in your pocket and we'll see what comes out.
But either way, the rest of this episode is just Marcy fucking with all these people, and I lived for this.
Yeah. Okay, what did you think of her fucking with Dame Sylvia? Because we don't get a ton of Essie Davis in this, maybe a little bit more than Timothy Olyphant, but I think I was so fixated on the idea that she might end up with the eye in her that I wasn't really paying attention as much to some of these other scenes. But I appreciate that the way to get to Dame Sylvia is to just remind her, you've been a bit of a shit mother figure.
Well, and I think that's the thing, is out of all the characters, Arthur's gone, obviously, so he would have been the most, quote unquote, good person in this cast.
Yes.
Dame Sylvia is the next one in line.
Not Hermit?
I guess, I'm sorry, out of this crew of people.
Okay, yeah.
Hermit
the
notwithstanding.
employees.
Yeah, the employees. But Marcy knows that showing her a video on repeat of her old self saying, we'll be okay, won't we? When they know for a fact that is not the case. Because again, we've had this discussion since the season started, where it's oh, well, is it just Data? Did they kill these people? Or were they able to transfer their life essence, their soul? And the way that everyone at Prodigy talks about it is, oh no, we killed their asses.
We killed the kids.
It's Data. That's all this is.
Yeah, because I think even Marcy at one point basically says, you said we were going to be okay, and then you killed us.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that Sylvia is finally, I feel like maybe she always felt the guilt about it. But I think it's important to see that the first time we see her in this episode, when that Xenomorph faces her down, is when she's laying flowers at the graves of the children.
Right. Yeah. She's definitely still a sympathetic character. She's flawed, which I like. I don't enjoy characters who are either entirely good or entirely bad because it's just so unrealistic to me. Mm-hmm. So I like that she is complicated in this way. She clearly feels bad about what we have done to the kids, but also that ship has sailed. So what am I going to do? The only role I still have to play is to try to be there for them, but also, keep myself alive.
Yeah. Yeah. So, moving on, Marcy is now fucking with Siberian and Rashidi, trapping them in an elevator with a self-destruct countdown.
Okay, initially I thought this is fucking stupid and I hate it because what kind of elevator has a self-destruct? But then we realized this is actually the behest of Christopher, who we used to refer to as Smee, and he's just having a laugh doing the countdown and Wendy is essentially executing it on his behalf. But of course, these soldiers don't know any better because they're just hearing this automated voice counting down, which P.S. also feels like a funny nod to how many, specifically the first two Alien films, have a mother or a father character execute the countdown, right?
Right. And actually, I do think that Christopher gets some good moments in this episode too, because he is the one that stands up for Hermit whenever Marcy's like, well, he shot Nibs, who is now Rose.
Yeah, no, I have so come around on Christopher, and it doesn't hurt that this actor, as you have mentioned in the past, is so good at embodying this kind of childlike wonder and glee. You know, we really clocked it for Sydney Chandler's performance at the beginning, but yeah, I think that this is marvelous. Like the moment where you already mentioned it, that moment where Marcy essentially hand waves Boy Cavalier away and tells him to run. We do also have Christopher behind her making kind of like monster hands.
Faces. Yeah, I know.
Rawr, we're gonna get ya.
That shot of all the kids like walking forward, I was like, this is so good.
In fucking slow-mo. Yes. So silly, so good.
The Toxic Avenger is coming home. Pre-order one of the funniest, most critically acclaimed action movies of the summer at toxicavenger.com/bloodyfm. Get ready to enjoy the hilarious radioactive mayhem from the comfort of your couch.